Do you truly believe you can read your dog's mind, or are you just guessing based on the broken vase lying on the floor? Science has recently revealed a shocking truth. Most dog owners are actually quite poor at interpreting their pets' real emotions and body language. We often focus on everything else in the room, the mess, our own frustration, or the context, instead of looking at the dog itself. This perceptual blind spot means we might be causing our dogs intense psychological stress without ever even realizing that we are doing it. Today, we are revealing the 7 most common mistakes that even the most loving dog parents make, all backed by the latest canine research. Understanding these hidden signals is the key to building a relationship based on true trust rather than just accidental human assumptions. Let's start with a mistake that almost every single person watching this video has probably made at least once this month. We are going to look into the psychology of the guilty look and why your interpretation of it might be completely wrong. Mistake number 1 is misinterpreting the famous guilty look as a sign that your dog actually feels remorse for their actions. When you see those tucked ears and that sad face, you might say, "Look, he knows he did something wrong," but science says otherwise. Researchers at Arizona State University found that dogs display these behaviors even when they haven't actually done anything wrong at all. This guilty posture is actually a collection of calming signals designed to appease you because they sense that you are angry or upset. They aren't thinking about the past, they are reacting to your current body language and trying to make the punishment stop before it begins. By punishing a dog who looks guilty, you are actually punishing them for trying to communicate their fear and submission to you. This mistake can damage the biological bond of trust as the dog begins to see your reactions as unpredictable and scary. Instead of looking for guilt, we should be looking for the underlying stress that caused the behavior in the first place. Understanding that your dog is afraid rather than defiant is the first step toward becoming a better parent in their eyes. Learning to recognize these subtle appeasement gestures can prevent a lot of unnecessary tension in your household every single day. Mistake number 2 is one of the most dangerous signals you can miss: ignoring the whale eye during physical interactions. You might think your dog is just being silly, but this crescent of white is a scientific indicator of extreme anxiety or territorial guarding. Forcing a dog to endure a hug or a pet when they are showing whale eye is like ignoring a person who is screaming for personal space. This signal often precedes a reflex bite, where the dog finally feels they have no other choice but to defend themselves physically. Many sudden bites reported by owners weren't sudden at all. The owner simply didn't know how to read the whale eye warning. If you see this look, the best thing you can do is immediately back off and give your dog the space they are begging for. Respecting their no builds a foundation of security, proving to them that you are a parent who listens to their silent voice. It is essential to teach everyone in your family, especially children, how to spot this crescent moon shape before things escalate. Dogs communicate with their eyes much more than we realize, and whale eye is their most urgent request for safety. Mistake number 3 is teasing or deceiving your dog for social media clout, such as fake throwing a ball or pretending to eat their treats. A study at Kyoto University found that dogs are incredibly fast at evaluating whether a human is trustworthy or a liar. If you trick your dog just once, they may refuse to follow your directions in the future, even if you are being honest next time. To your dog, you aren't just a comedian, you are their primary source of information about the world around them. When you lie to them for a laugh, you are actually degrading their social intelligence and making them feel insecure in their own home. Trust is a two-way street, and science proves that dogs have a very long memory when it comes to being deceived by their parents. Real play should be a shared joy, not a psychological trick that leaves your best friend feeling foolish and confused. Stop the pranks and start focusing on activities that actually build their confidence and their belief in your reliability. Mistake number 4 is assuming that all tail wags mean the dog is happy, which is one of the most common myths in canine history. In reality, the tail is a barometer of excitement level, but it doesn't always tell you if that excitement is positive or negative. A tail that is wagging fast and high often indicates a dog that is alert, defensive, or even ready to react aggressively. True happy wags are usually loose, at a natural mid-level height, and often involve the dog's entire rear end swaying side to side. If the wag is low and slow, your dog might be feeling uncertain or even fearful of the current situation. Misreading these signals can lead you to approach a dog that is actually asking for space, which can be a recipe for disaster. Always look at the rest of the dog's body, like their ears and mouth, before you decide that a wagging tail means "come closer." Being a fluent reader of the tale will help you protect your dog from stressful social encounters that they aren't ready for. Mistake number 5 is assuming that changes in your senior dog's behavior are just part of getting old and can't be helped. Up to 75% of dogs over age 7 show signs of cognitive dysfunction syndrome, or CDS, but only 12% of owners report it. Signs like getting stuck behind furniture, failing to recognize family members, or staring into space are symptoms of a real medical condition. Veterinarians use the acronym DISHAA to track these changes: disorientation, interactions, sleep cycles, house soiling, activity, and anxiety. By dismissing these as just old age, you are missing a crucial window to provide treatments that can slow the progression of the disease. Senior dogs need more mental stimulation, specialized diets, and medical support to maintain their quality of life as they age. Your dog has been your loyal companion for years. Don't let them suffer in silence because you missed the early warning signs. Mistake number 6 is forcing your dog to interact with strangers or other dogs when they are clearly showing signs of discomfort. We mentioned the left gaze bias before. Dogs look at the left side of a face to judge if a person is a friend or a threat. If your dog turns their head away or sniffs the ground when someone approaches, they are trying to communicate a peaceful no. Forcing them into the interaction breaks the secure base bond you have built, as they realize you won't protect their boundaries. Always let your dog choose whether to greet someone. A confident dog who initiates contact is much happier than one who is forced. Respecting their social choice is a powerful way to reduce their daily stress and keep their parental trust in you alive. Mistake number 7 is a matter of life and death, failing to provide proper scientific first aid after a dog bite or scratch. Many people just bandage it up, but the scientific protocol for preventing rabies requires a very specific, intensive cleaning process. You must wash the wound with soap and water under a running tap for at least 15 minutes to physically remove the virus. Rabies has a 100% mortality rate once symptoms appear, so there is absolutely no room for guessing or waiting it out. Never use a tight bandage immediately. Let the wound breathe and seek medical advice right away to determine if you need a vaccine. Even if your own dog is vaccinated, a scratch from a strange animal requires this exact same level of scientific caution. Being a responsible dog parent means knowing how to protect both your pet and yourself from the most dangerous risks. Knowledge is the best medicine, and understanding these protocols can save a life in an emergency situation. Which of these mistakes have you accidentally made? Don't feel bad. We are all still learning the complex language of our dogs. The most important thing is that you are now more aware and ready to listen to what your dog has been trying to tell you all along. By being a humble reader of their body language, you are becoming the parent that your dog truly deserves. Share your stories in the comments. Have you ever seen the whale eye or a fake guilty look in your own home? If this video helped you understand your dog better, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Canine for more science-backed dog facts. Together, let's make the world a less stressful place for our four-legged family members. We will see you in the next video.